Around a month or so ago, Forbes showed us the world's list of billionaires. Taking a closer look at the list, you will most likely notice that the majority of people listed there are actually men. Surely, this billionaires list isn't just full of men, right? There are plenty of very wealthy women in the world that are responsible for some very important jobs and services, so there must be some women on this billionaires list as well. So today, that's what we're going to look at. Some of the most influential and wealthiest women on this list of billionaires. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. First, we are going to talk about Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers. Did you know that Eugene Schuler was the founder of L'Oreal, and that Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers is actually their granddaughter? Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers might have dropped $400 million thanks to the terrible situation in the world currently. However, she still deserves to be mentioned on this list. Knowing that the shares of the leaders of the cosmetics products dropped by an insane 12% the first 2 weeks of March, L'Oreal decided to start working on making hand sanitizers for European and French health authorities. Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers has been working for L'Oreal since 1997. She took over for L'Oreal back in 2017, after her mother, Liliane, passed away at the age of 94. Another interesting thing about Françoise is that L'Oreal and her family actually donated $226 million for Notre Dame Cathedral after it was caught in flames back in April of 2019. Françoise's net worth is currently over $54 billion, and it seems to be going up looking at the real-time net worth meter provided by Forbes. Next, we have Julia Fleischer-Koch. Not many have heard about Julia Koch, and not many even know how important she is for Koch Industries. After her husband, David Koch, passed away, Julia Fleischer-Koch became the president of David H. Koch Foundation. Julia actually has 3 children with David Koch, and their names are Mary Julia, John Mark, and David Jr. Her multinational corporation has been working with natural gas, finances, asphalt, petroleum, and more for a very long time, and the business has never been more successful. According to the information found online, the David H. Koch Foundation has managed to contribute over $205 million towards education, science, medicine, and a whole lot more. Julie Fleischer-Koch is very much into art. She also attended the School of American Ballet and has been cheering for the events such as the Met Gala back in 1998 and the opening of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute exhibition in the early 1990s. Julie is currently worth over $41 billion, and her fortune keeps on climbing. Next, we have Alice Walton. Alice Walton was not the richest woman in the world according to Forbes back in 2019. However, now she is back on the first spot and does not seem to be holding back. Her fortune this year increased by 23% compared to the previous year, and unlike most wealthy people, her fortune keeps on flourishing, even in the time of the terrible global situation. She is the daughter of well-known Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. Even though her fortune comes mainly from Walmart, she is actually focused on art more than working for Walmart like the rest of her family members, Jim and Rob. Alice seems to hold a lot of love for the art, and because of that, she even opened up the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art back in 2011 in Bentonville. The museum itself features works from famous American artists such as Mark Rothko, Andy Warhol, and Norman Rockwell. Just like most billionaires out there, Alice is working on a program that is supposed to provide $300 million for schools and facilities. She's currently worth over $55 billion according to the real-time net worth provided by Forbes. Plus, it's awesome to see her fortune expanding on a daily basis. Next on the list is Yang Huiyan. If you have ever wondered who the richest person in China was, then you should learn more about Yang Huiyan. Yang Huiyan is the daughter of well-known Guangdong developer Young Kwok Kung. As a self-made tycoon, Kung was actually the founder of the famously known Country Garden Holdings. Yang Huiyan was barely even 25 years old when she became the richest person in China, and when she received 70% of her father's fortune. Yang is currently 38 and is the richest female found in China. But to make it even better, Yang is also an important part of Bright Scholar Education Holdings in China, as well as the leading operator of bilingual and international kindergarten through 12th grade schools. Pretty impressive, right? Of course, Yang Huiyin is not all alone. She has her sister Ziyang, who is also a part of the Country Garden Board. Yang actually has a degree from Ohio State University, and her aunt Yang Meirong is also one of the richest people in China. Well, at least according to 2017 Forbes anyway. Yang Huiyin currently has a net worth that is over $24 billion, and it is steadily going up according to real-time net worth provided by Forbes. Now we move on to Laurene Powell Jobs. Laurene Powell Jobs is the widow of Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs passed away back in 2011, Laurene Powell Jobs inherited over $20 billion worth of stakes in Disney and Apple. She is currently investing her energy and efforts into her social company Emerson Collective and other philanthropic enterprises. The Emerson Collective was created back in 2004, and it was named after her favorite writer, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Her organization focuses on the environment, health, education, media, and tries to make a change in the world. Aside from working on her organization, Laurene also invested in Atlantic Magazine, 2 nonprofit publications, and a movie-making studio, Concordia, that is meant to be creating documentaries with well-known director Davis Guggenheim. Laurene Powell Jobs has 3 children and has given out over $2 billion to the world so far. Her net worth is currently around $18 billion. Next, we are talking about Mackenzie Bezos. Mackenzie Bezos was actually married to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. They were married for 25 years. However, now that they divorced, Jeff transferred 25% of his stakes in Amazon to Mackenzie, which is approximately 4% of the company altogether. Shortly after she spoke about her divorce, she signed the Giving Pledge and promised to donate half of her fortune. Mackenzie doesn't really seem to be overly interested in working for Amazon, as you would expect, as she prefers writing instead. Mackenzie has published 2 novels so far, The Testing of Luther Albright, back in 2005, and Traps, back in 2013. Of course, she is also a businesswoman, and her business cannot only rely on her novels. So, back in 2014, she also founded the Bystander Revolution, which is an anti-bullying organization. Mackenzie Bezos currently has a net worth over $46 billion, but sadly, real-time net worth meter by Forbes shows that her net worth is slowly decaying. Next up is Suzanne Clatton. Not many have heard about Suzanne Clatton, but she is actually the second richest in Germany, with 19% shares in automaker company BMW and ownership of Altana AG. Of course, there are other businesses Suzanne works on, and those are soil additive company GeoHumus, as well as graphite and carbon producing company SGL Group. Altana AG was actually transformed by her, and she turned it into a world-class chemical corporation before fully acquiring the company back in 2008. Suzanne was an investor, but right now, the company is a true leader when it comes to chemicals such as coatings, paints, and adhesives. Suzanne Clatton is also a founder of an innovation center at Technical University located in Munich. This is the leading center for a business located in Germany overall. She currently has a net worth over $19 billion. Jaqueline Mars is next on the list. To make things a little bit sweeter, let's talk about Jaqueline Mars. Jaqueline Mars currently owns 1/3 of the Mars Company, the company known for creating the best candies in the world. The company was founded by her grandfather, and Jaqueline herself worked for the company for nearly 20 years, as well as served on the board up until 2016. Jaqueline is a very well-known philanthropist who serves on 6 different boards, including the National Archives and the Smithsonian. Jaqueline's net worth is currently reaching up to $27 billion, and the rest of her family has shared the Mars Company fairly. According to information online, her brother John has another third of Mars, and her brother Forrest Jr. and his 4 daughters have the rest of it. Next, we take a look at an icon from Down Under, Gina Rinehart. If you've ever wondered who might possibly be the richest person in Australia, then you should listen up. Gina Rinehart actually built her entire fortune just on iron ore. As a daughter of a high-profile iron ore miner, Lang Hancock, she took over the agriculture and mining company herself back in 1992. According to the information found online, she actually took her father's bankrupted estate and managed to rebuild it into something huge. The largest part of her beloved fortune actually comes from the Roy Hill mining project, which actually managed to make successful shipments to Asia for the first time back in 2015. Hancock Prospecting Group has been on a pause because of the current global situation. Therefore, the value of the iron ore industry slightly fell down. Gina Reinhart, however, has been around for a long time and has been on the Forbes list for quite a long time as well. She was 36th back in 2019 on the list of power women. She was Australia's richest in 2019 and also 66th on the list of powerful people of 2014. Not everyone wants to be a millionaire, or for that matter, a billionaire. But if that is something you truly want, then there is nothing stopping you other than yourself. Just remember, preparation, persistence, and patience. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it.